Hey, DeJaun, this is Christian. It's your transmission that you just dropped off. So we're going to get started on taking it apart, and I'll show you everything I find on it. And maybe explain a little to you also. Hopefully you can see that and hear me okay. I just bought a microphone because when things get kind of loud in here, sometimes people can't hear me. Okay. This right here is your torque converter O-ring. It gets replaced, comes in your kit. It was kind of hard from being hot. Alright, and we're going to flip it over on its back. And take the pan off. 10mm bolt. Sorry to keep looking back and just making sure you can see me. Alright, one more bolt. A little bit of oil in it. That's okay. Drain for a minute. Or take the pan off. Alrighty. That's cleaned up a little bit. Edge. Okay. First thing I want to show you is the pan. See how dark it is? Transmission fluid is a red color. I'm sure you've seen it before. But this is burnt. It's probably from your clutches and things like that. There is a lot of metal in here. You're going to have some metal like that on the magnet and stuff. When you've got a lot of metal where the magnet can't hold anymore, then it goes down into your pan. So there is a lot of metal in there. So we'll have to see where that's coming from. Filter. Pan gasket, which comes with a new one in the kit. So we'll be throwing that away. And we'll take the bolts off the valve body. Just a few of them that holds these on. They're always funny looking ones I hold the valve body on. One more. Also, what we got here is this pops up. Sometimes it's not easy, but it pops up because you've got a plug connector here that needs to be popped out. It just pops up like that. Let me take some pliers, just kind of twist it out. Sometimes it can be a pain. And that's what that is. Those seals there. The plug connector is just fine. Just those seals need to be replaced, and those come in the kit also. I'll lay that right there. I'm gonna put this pan back on here in a minute. This just pops off. Some pins underneath it kind of holds in place. This is your valve body. And this little square right here is what I was telling you about. That is the computer to the transmission. Used to be big things back in the day, but now they're just small and they sit on the side of the valve body. And we're going to put a couple bolts back on the pan. Kind of makes it a little bit easier getting everything else out. They're not bad transmissions, they just expensive. It's the only problem. Parts haven't really come down on them since they were introduced. Flip it back over on its belly. These things are heavy too. And they're just awkward. 15mm to pull that out with. And this is what I'm pulling out now is your pump and bell housing. And one of the things that makes these so expensive is that your pump is in with your bell housing. So you gotta change the bell housing too. And I'll show you that in a minute. Alrighty, got those out, those to the side. A little tight, light hit with a hammer. That tube gets in the way a little bit. And there. This is your pump and bell housing. And I'm gonna take that apart just a minute. Let's check out this drum here. All right, this drum here works for about everything. It's called your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 reverse drum. So these top clutches work in reverse and all the other gears, and so does the bottom set of clutches too. And this is a common thing. It kind of goes out on these sometimes. This is that extra piston I was telling you about. All right. This here at the bottom is a cushion spring wave plate. That's supposed to be solid. It's broken. So that will need to be replaced. And what I'll do is I'll get you a price on what that'll cost. I can't remember right offhand, but I don't think they're that much. Here's your clutches and steels. They're burnt. These clutches here are supposed to be like a greenish tint. They are black. If you could see that, hopefully. The steels are a little burnt. Mostly is they've got scarring on it from all that metal from being applied a lot. This is your other set. Okay. Same with this one. On the bottom of these clutches, they've got a cushion spring. I don't know if I explained how it works. It just makes the shift a little softer. And this one's just fine. Most of the time, cushion springs are just fine. But that one is definitely broken. This one here is the same thing. This is supposed to be a real reddish color, but as you can see, there's burnt marks. Hopefully you can see that. And the steels are burnt and a little scratched up. So all that comes in your kit. This already has the piston I was telling you about. If you look down in here, can you see that? Hopefully. They got grooves right here. Okay. That is called a billet piston. Okay. What they used to be is flat. Okay. And they would go bad often. So you replaced them with a billet piston. So this has already got the billet piston in it. Sorry. Billet piston in it. And it will be just fine. So you're not going to need that. That's good. That piston itself right there is $120. I know that because I have to change them a lot, unfortunately, because they do break. So that's why I wanted to get this drum out of the way. There's one more drum back here that we'll have to look at, see how it is. There's actually a couple more drums back here, but there's one got small clutches in it. We'll see how it is. It usually burns up pretty good, but you get everything, you know, your clutches and stuff in the kit anyway. But I'll show that to you. All right, we're going to set this over to the side. This is a big transmission, little bench, so I'll put this on my other bench. Alrighty, and this is the drum I was telling you about. Here is your front planetary system, front gear for the planetary system, and it is, as always, just fine. So I'm saying these are pretty tough transmissions. It's just when you get down into the drums and the pump, inverter, that's when you have issues with them. But this is just fine, as always. I was expecting it to be fine. I've had them go bad before, yeah. But usually they're fine. There's the inside of this drum. See, these are molded pistons. Same way in the other drum I didn't show you. But see, that's metal, and then there's rubber down there. They're molded pistons. And that's why you usually replace them. It's because the molding wears out on them. And as always, you've got a wavy spring. And it is just fine. Said most of the time your wave springs are just fine. This is the drum that I was concerned about as well, because usually they burn up really, really, really bad. But this one is burnt, but it's not as bad as I've seen it. So we're good there. Otherwise, you would have to look into this drum and find out why it's burned up so bad. And most of the time, the reason why it's so burned up so bad is that the drum itself is bad. So I don't think that's going to be the case this time. You're looking good. I want to show you this too. These are just washers. They come new in the kit, so I always replace them. Here is bearings. They're called, or thrush washers, whatever you want to call them. We usually just call them bearings. Those are usually just fine. They don't come in the kit because usually they're fine and you can use them over. It's just when you get plastic washers and stuff, they do wear out. And you got cylinder rings here that need to be replaced with new ones. But the washers wear out because they're plastic. So, alrighty. Put that to the side. Put this over to the side. Usually if you got like a 4L60E or something like that, put it all on the same bench. This is the hub that those clutches I just took out wrap around. And the hub is just fine. Usually is. There's a bearing there. It's fine. There's a bearing right there. It's fine. Usually are. Now you got other ones in here. And usually, excuse me, these are fine. They're pretty heavy. This unit is really, really heavy duty. I know sometimes they get a bad rap because they are expensive, but they are pretty heavy duty. Hardly ever, I can't say I've never had to change these because I have, but it's kind of rare. So these are fine. Hard parts are fine right there. Alrighty. So now we've got a huge snap ring in there that we got to get out. And only one tool will get it out. So let me get that real quick. And this is the snap ring pliers. And it can be kind of a bear, so you may hear me grunting or something. And sometimes they come out easy, but we'll see. We'll see how this one's going to be for us today. Get in there, get everything lined up, which is not that easy. Flip it around, see if we can get a little better grip on it. I'm trying to let you see also, but I may have to get in the way a little bit here. So I get this lined up. Alrighty. See that? But I got hold of the snap ring now and bringing it out. And that is a tough son of a gun. I have never seen these break. So that's out. We got some more clutches back here too. We're going to check out. Hopefully this will slide right out. Sometimes it won't. Oh, baby. Yeah, you almost got it. Almost slid out for us. It's such a tight fit. This is also the center support also for the transmission itself. So that's why it's really tight fit. And when you're working on getting it out or putting it back in, you got to kind of like work with it a little bit. Every once in a while you get lucky and things just line up and you get it out. Unfortunately, that's not the case right now. But we'll get it. May have to block your view for a minute. All right, come on, baby. Work with daddy here. Like I said, it is a tight fit. And there's only so much you can grab on. Just tilt it a little bit. There we go. Yes. Alrighty. Still got some more stuff to take out down there, but let's go through this drum real quick. Alrighty. Excuse me if I sniff too much. Got allergies. Everything. Got a weight plate. That is good. Most of the time weight plates are good. This one's also a greenish tint type. Greenish tint is mostly for high temperature. So there's a lot of heat that goes through here. But so that's why it is burnt. It's black. Steels are a little burnt, mostly scratched up from the metal. This here, this piston has a wave in it. And sometimes it breaks, but yours looks okay. So that's a good thing. Put this back together because we got one more set of clutches on the opposite side of this drum. It's a two-sided drum. Alrighty. Here's the other side. Around here, that's your clutches that we're going to take out. This is a Sprague assembly. Usually it's fine. I will check it once the clutches are out because it's easier to turn. But most of the time it's fine. So let's get your clutches out. As always, of course, the wave. It's fine. That bullet type piston that's in there, that applies that other wave. So I think that's why it broke. It is a heavy, heavy duty piston. So the wave plate that I'll be getting for it is a little bit more heavy duty for that piston. And this is your Sprague. One-way Sprague, one-way clutch, whatever people want to call it. I just call it Sprague assembly. And see how it turns one way and not the other. Works fine. I'll take it apart later. Check it out even more. You're not going to have anything to worry about. They're always fine. And it's like I said, the hard parts on these transmissions are really good, except for, of course, the pump. And we are definitely going to get to that. I'm not seeing anything that's making the metal right now. So I know already, because the rest of this that we're going to take out of here is usually good also. So I'm sure the metal came from your torque converter and your pump. And when that happens, it really just destroys everything. It's very common. It is the most common thing in here. Well, it's pretty much 100% of the time you got to change the pump and the converter out. Okay, I'll set this to the side. And this last set, big heavy duty planet and the rear shaft. I see it pretty good, can't you? Yep. Get it straightened up here. This is a little easier. Alrighty. Bearing goes in the back. This is the shaft. When you were showing me the picture last night, that was the shaft that sticks out the rear. That's the rear of the transmission. This is the front. And I'll show you that seal. It will get replaced. It comes in the kit. And these are fine. It's always good. Always good. So, over here, as you can see, everything is out of that. That's pretty much 95% of the way taken apart. You got little things that I will take out and replace while I'm building it, like seals. This seal here, there's a seal in here that will be replaced. Here's a seal right here. So as I build it, those get replaced. So there's that. Let's go with this pump now. So I'm pretty sure with this. Let's see here. Glasses with me. It's 8mm. You said you're 51 too. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Have readers, and always have to wear them when I build them. Not more so when I take them apart, but except a while ago when I was looking for the bolts to take out in the valve body. Had to stand back a little bit and look. You don't have to wear readers. That's great. It's really good. This here has a washer right here, just like that other black washer I was showing you. That gets a new washer. It comes in the kit. Yes, as always, I'll show you this front piece. Here's the rear piece, the stator. See if we can get a close-up view on this. Okay, this right here, that is deep grooves that is in the pump stator. The only thing you can do is just replace it. No way to sand it down or anything like that. It's all aluminum. It's not like in the old days where I've been in this business a long time. You know, they used to have steel pumps and stuff, and you can shave them down a little bit. But anymore, everything's made out of aluminum, so it eats into it more. And I mean, you can feel it. I can feel it with my fingertip, but I wanted to do it with this, so maybe, hopefully, you can hear that. All right, see it a little better. This is the gears to the pump. That comes with the whole complete pump assembly. What you see just right here already comes with it. And it is 8 out worse than that. Let me dry it off a little bit here so I can give you a good look. Okay. Yeah, this is really bad. This is definitely not where it started, all the metal. It's definitely came from the torque converter. But this is aluminum here. And you can see real clearly that that is ate up really good. I mean, I can just see it. I can still, you can hear that. So definitely gotta have it. Okay. Looks like everything I was pretty much expecting. The list I gave you. Looks like we're going to need a kit, the pump. You already got the converter, so that's good. I can still use that to line this converter up. That lines up everything for me to put back together, and also for the guy, R&R guy, or the tech that you have, putting it back in makes it easier to get the torque converter back in when the pumps and the torque converters lined up together. The only hard part I seen was just that wave plate that I showed you in the beginning. Everything else, it's just common. You know, you're going to need the kit, the filter, the pump assembly, the wave plate. Now, even though I still have an account with WIT, they do charge me tax because I'm not tax exempt. So the only thing extra that'll be added onto that is the tax and whatever that wave plate is. So I'm going to send this video to you here in a few. May take a few minutes to upload it, or may take even longer. And then I will send you a text to make sure you got it. And I'll be in touch with you. Have a good one, bye.